Roger, Clancy. We got a situation here at the Bayonne Post Office. Roger. Roger. Roger, we have a person in a wheelchair out here wants to buy some stamps and cannot get into the Bayonne Post Office. Roger. Roger. Roger, curb cut out. Roger, wheelchair access. Roger. Roger, lift chair. Roger, doors locked. Roger, cannot get in to access the stamps in the post office as a handicapped American. Roger, Roger. Roger, Roger. Roger, multiple sclerosis. Roger, curb cutouts. Roger, wheelchair. Roger, medical cannabis patient outside the post office cannot get in to buy stamps. Roger, Roger. Roger, chemo bags. Roger, ableist. Roger, caregiver. Roger, Jersey City jumps. Roger. Roger, urban enterprise zone. Roger, Roger. Clancy, can you get into that post office or not, Clancy? Roger, Roger. Roger, Sarge, I got the postmaster here. Roger, Clancy. Roger, Clancy, arrest the postmaster. Arrest the postmaster, Clancy. Arrest them now. Throw the postmaster in a cage. Roger. 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 Clancy, go to City Hall and arrest the City Council. Roger. Clancy, do not touch Jay Coffey's hair. You copy, do not touch Jay Coffey's hair. Roger. Roger, Jay Coffey's hair. Roger. Roger. Roger, wheelchair access. Roger, curb cutouts. Roger. Roger, lift chair. Roger, crib camp. Roger, multiple sclerosis. Roger. Roger, post office. Roger, cancer. Roger, paraplegic. Roger, chemo bag. Roger, there's a chemo bag on the ground outside of the post office in Bayonne. A chemo bag is on the ground. I repeat, do not touch Jay Coffey's hair. Do not touch Jay Coffey's hair. Roger. Roger, ableist. Roger, caregiver. Roger, Jersey City jumps. Roger. Roger, urban enterprise zone. Roger. Roger, Clancy. Roger.
It's going to be one of those shows. It's going to be one of those shows. We had a lot of shit happen this week, and unfortunately, handicapped people get the brunt of the hurt on this one. Yeah, Bayonne Post Office has no wheelchair access. As a federal building, you'd figure they'd have wheelchair access. But unfortunately, they're not grandfathered in like the rest of the buildings here in Bayonne, and they're supposed to have wheelchair access, and they don't. Roger, wheelchair access.
Roger.
I'm gonna get mine. Go through the crime if you can't do the time. Don't tell me how you're off and down. When you're smiling in my face, but you play me like a clown. Ain't you fool, bitch? So just step back. I'm a mad dad when I come down straight. I thought you were my piece, but you play me out. Now I'm mad as hell, and I'm full of doubt.
K-Bar Dabs. K-Bar Dabs. Woo-woo! Woo-woo!
Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty! Let's roll!
Oh my.
I'm back on the scene, it's time to get mean. I'm a lean revolution machine. Won't want people stay, they sway. Want today is good as any day. Y'all feel slightly dis, let's resist. Raise your fist and pump like this. Promises, promises all the time. Don't cross the line, and you know it's mine. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with?
Hey, Bardab.
Let's roll.
Let's get high together, folks. Come on, join me. Let's smoke one up for Marley. We're gonna talk about Marley's party today. Let's start off right now. Put some smoke in the air for our friend Marley, who I still can't believe he's gone. We'll talk about him later.
Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll.
This rig is dirty. Oh boy, that hurt.
Roger, Clancy. Roger. Clancy, there's a commie pinko in a wheelchair smoking cannabis outside the post office. A commie pinko in a wheelchair. Clancy, get the commie. Get that commie, Lefty.
Yeah, we stirred up some shit this week. I didn't mean to. I swear I was done with those videos. I was done making those wheelchair videos. I moved on to making ramps. I didn't want to have to do that, but I guess we did. I was very upset after this video. I didn't want to have to do this again. Wow. But I was driving down the street in a wheelchair, getting some food, and the meter reader comes up to me. She goes, Lefty, I've seen your videos. And I never knew there was a problem like this. And now at the post office, there's people that can't get in because they have wheelchairs. I said, come on, that's a federal building. No, I've seen people out there for a month that can't get in. So I said, all right, this is a mission. I believed her, so I went down there, and I found out that, wow, she was telling the truth. There was no wheelchair access to the post office in Bayonne. First of all, it's a door, huge door. The door was locked, and the lift was up on the second floor. So when you hit the bell or the button, nothing happens. So I'm sitting there banging on the friggin' door. I'm going bum 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 bum, and nobody would answer. So Jamie went inside to go stir up some shit, and as she went inside, a woman came out, and she said, I just hit the alarm for you. I saw what was happening, and I just reached over and hit the alarm. So people were like supportive of us trying to get us in there, and it's very sad that you can't even get a book of stamps if you're in a wheelchair from a post office. So we went to the Bayonne Council meeting last night, and boy, that was a tough one. We couldn't get on. It took us like an hour to get on the meeting. It was just a mess. It was an absolute mess. And we got on the meeting. Hopefully the council is going to do something about that. But we'll see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're gonna sue everybody, but this is a friggin' mess, man. I'm really disgusted. I was really upset when I saw this. I just it kind of hit me. I don't know if I was sad because of Marley. I am sad because of Marley, but this made me sad, and maybe I'm just sad in general lately. But this just really bothered me that, we go there and we have cameras and maybe some support system here, and that gets the word out. But a lot of people have gone to that same situation I was in, trying to get into the door to get stamps, and can't get in. They don't sit there and raise a stink and spend an hour of their time trying to get in there. No, they move along to where they have to go to the next place to get stamps or wherever they have to go. So the next place to get stamps is 20 blocks up to get stamps. And I've heard this from children who were trying to get haircuts, and they can't get haircuts on Broadway. And I said to the parents, well, what do you do when you can't get into your haircut place because you have a wheelchair? They're like, oh, we just go 19 blocks up this way, and that's where we go. And that's sad. And that makes me sad that we're still fighting this fight. There's a lot of fights we shouldn't be fighting anymore, and we're still doing it. I don't get it. Everything I've learned in my life has been turned on its head. I don't know about you. I'm 52, and I was brought up in the Catholic Church, and everything I've learned has been flipped on its head. Everything. It's very upsetting to me. And I'm thinking this is a test. God put us here for a test. That's what this is. I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm just messed up today. There's a few things I want to talk about, though. The council meeting was amazing last night. I want to thank Jeff for coming on. And Jay Coffey's like, Jeff Oaks is in a Bayonne council meeting. Wow. And Jeff Oaks helped us. I hope something happens because the council president was going to go there today. After the podcast, I'm going to go there today. And I'm going to see if they put a sign up at least. They should have put a sign up to say that there's no access. Go somewhere else. We'll see. Happy Hippie, I think, is going to call in. And Mikey V is having issues. Oh, boy. Mikey wants me to join some group. Okay, I'll do that. And I'm going to take some phone calls, too, today. If you want to call, give us a call. You see the number there. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Here's one coming in now. Let me get to say.
Lefty, you are an idiot and a dumbass.
What? Hey, no, come on. Hey,
you make the stupidest videos, and I hate your dumb wheelchair videos.
What? Why?
Go get a job, dumbass.
Wait till you get in a wheelchair, buddy. Wait till that happens to you. Wait till that happens to you. And you'll see. I had some guy trolling me. He says, oh, I see you at the State House. You don't have your wheelchair at the State House. You big phony. Lefty's a big phony. Oh, so you're going to tell me when I can use my electric wheelchair. I'll have to ask your permission when my back hurts enough when I can use my wheelchair. All right, I'll ask your permission, Mr. Ableist, next time I use my electric wheelchair. Really? I have a Fusion L5S1. I got an artificial disc L4, L5. I got a 2-level cervical fusion. Tough guy. People really have got me going lately. They're going to give me crap because I don't have my wheelchair in Trenton. I don't have my cane either. You know why I don't use my cane? It's not because I don't need my cane. It's because I had shoulder surgery. I can't use my left arm to use a cane. I would love to use my cane, but I can't use my cane. I like my cane. It's pretty cool. I can't because of my shoulder. It sucks because I have a hard time getting up out of chairs. I'm in pain. People don't realize the pain I'm in, and that bugs me when people think that, oh, I'm in great shape because, I look good or whatever. I look like I'm healthy. I'm not healthy. I feel horrible. I'm in pain. I'm in just as much pain as anyone else out there, probably more. I go to therapy twice a week, and lately I can't go. I can't do what I have to do. I can't even lift a 2-pound belt, a 2-pound dumbbell. I can't even use with this arm. This arm, yeah. This arm, I can't even use a 2-pound dumbbell. That's sad. Ay. So, yeah, the post office was a mess. I really think that we made some headway there. But we went across the street to the pharmacy after the post office. Actually, during the post office. And it was that same pharmacy that was from Avenue C that had a step that we've been there 3 times. And the lady told me, oh, you can go order it in. You can order. I'm like, no, I want to come in and browse. And she didn't understand that I wanted to come in and browse. And that she was a pharmacy with no wheelchair access. I'm like, do you take Medicare? That's what I should have said. And then so I couldn't get into her store that the wheelchair day, the other day with the wheelchair. They pulled out this orange ramp. And they put it down over a. It looks like somebody put a ramp there with cement, but it was 2 inches too low. They had a cement ramp 2 inches too low. It was like a major fail. So he puts this ramp over this other ramp, the cement ramp that's ineffective, and the orange ramp. I couldn't get up in the wheelchair. I couldn't get up, and he's like, "Well, somebody came up here yesterday. It was no problem." Well, obviously there's a problem because I have a badass wheelchair. This wheelchair is a Jet 3. It's badass. It was top of the line 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It goes over grass. It's got the big fat wheels. It's strong. It goes wherever. And it can't get up this ramp? No, sorry. You got a bad ramp. It's not a bad wheelchair. It's a bad ramp, buddy. And bad compassion, especially for a pharmacy. And you know what? I'm going to cut this podcast short today. And we're going to go Facebook Live down to that pharmacy again. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a wheelchair video today. You know what? I'm fired up. You can come with me later. I'm going to end the podcast early. We're going downtown to see if there's a sign up on the post office. We're going back to the other guy. Oh, I'm going to ask him if he takes Medicare. If he takes Medicare, he has to have wheelchair access. And that's not wheelchair access. That is not ADA compliance. That orange ramp, whatever he had there. Spend a day in a wheelchair. I dare you. I dared the council last night. I said to the council, I've dared you before, but you didn't take me up on it. I dare the council to spend 1 day in a wheelchair. Just 1 day. 1 friggin' day. Do it. 1 day in a wheelchair. You won't do it. You won't do it. You have no idea what people in wheelchairs go through. You know, everything on the ground gets on, if you have a self-powered wheelchair, everything that's on the ground gets on your hands. I saw Justin, his hands were bleeding one day because he happened to roll over some glass, and he didn't know. And as he's rolling over the glass, he doesn't know it until he cut his hand, and he's looking at his hands bleeding. So just imagine the shit you're going to run over. You got to run over shit and piss, whatever, just disgusting things. People in wheelchairs have enough to deal with in life, enough hoops to jump through, and you're going to put more in front of them, make them make phone calls to try to get in to buy stamps. Oh, you got to hit this button and then wait for someone to come and open the door. And get the hell out of here. Why do we have to wait for access? Why does somebody in a wheelchair have to sit there while 30 people walk in ahead and they're still trying to get into this place? There should be a simple manual walkway because you know what? It's a fire hazard. That lift is a fire hazard because in the fire, it tells you, do not use an elevator. Oh, unless you're in a wheelchair, then we don't care. You can use all the elevators you want. Hurry up, little wheelchair guy. Don't get caught in the fire. What are people in wheelchairs supposed to do when they're in there and there's a fire? They're supposed to get on that friggin' lift in a fire. No compassion. None. That thing was horrible that she put out for me. I know. I'm going down there. Sean, I'm going down there. And Sean, you better join my group back again. Sean, you better join that group. Hello, Sean. Join the group. I don't know what happened, but don't take it out on me. I'm butthurt, Sean. I'm butthurt that you left the chat. Yeah, you want to see it? I'll show you the butthurt. It hurts. It hurts. Why would you do that to me? People have issues with themselves, and they're gonna work that out between them. I have nothing to do with it. I'm gonna have something to do with it if I can fix it. But that's not the group. That's a couple of people having an issue. Let them have their issue. That's not between me and you. We're supposed to help each other. We're gonna help each other. There's an issue, and they're gonna solve it. Don't worry. Everything's cool. Dave, dude, it was great seeing you in those sneakers. Oh. You know what they did? They put out Marley's ashes. And they put his rig on top of those ashes. And I've smoked that rig so many times. I have, for years, I used to walk into his room, and his room in the winter would be hot because Marley would have his rig on all the time. So I would go in there, and it'd be really hot in there, and I would just sit there and hit that rig. So it was great to hit that rig again. It was great to see everybody. It was very surreal for me. Maybe it's finally starting to hit me because I've been in shock since he's been passed away. I just can't imagine it. Now it's really hitting me after the party. I don't know. But it was nice seeing all the love and support.